evening, class. My name is Genesis Petraja, and today I will be presenting the moral obligation of not driving under the influence. But before I begin my presentation, I would like you all to partake in an activity. So if you don't mind, may you please close your eyes and imagine you are in control of your car's steering wheel. Or are you really in control? Your opaque eyes are unable to decipher the group of teenagers who are crossing the crosswalk at a school zone at broad daylight. Your driving reflexes have suddenly become slow-witted and you are engulfed in a trance. The party that you attended earlier passed by in a haze due to major alcohol consumption. Your crapulent state causes your cognitive thinking to falter. Suddenly, you are granted with the unfortunate symptom of double vision, unable to tell apart the true image from the apparition. So you push aside the signs of your destructive measures by choosing to still drive. However, your detrimental state has affected your ability to inhibit judgment. You start to see another group of teenagers cross the crosswalk, but you believe it's the group from earlier. After settling the mental dispute that no one is there, you press on the gas, formulating catastrophe. Now, open your eyes. Driving under the influence impacts the lives of many people and creates trauma for loved ones and people who have lost their lives. Behind me is the statistic from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration stating every day about 28 people in the United States die in drunk driving crashes. That's one person every 52 minutes. In 2019, these deaths reached the lowest percentage since 1982, when NHTSA stated reported alcohol data, but still 10,142 people lost their lives. These deaths were all preventable. Today, I will be discussing the moral obligation of not driving under the influence. After today's presentation, you will become prudent drivers and understand the distressing factors that come with driving under the influence. Behind me are the 3 points of my presentation. The first point is, does too much or too little alcohol consumption affect judgment? My second point is, how does driving under the influence increase over the holidays? And my last point, how can driving under the influence affect you? Now that you are well acquainted with my 3 points, we will be heading straight to my first point of, does too much or too little alcohol consumption affect judgment? Carol Gabasek, a medical expert writer for Alcohol Rehab Guide, conveys different blood alcohol content levels and how they affect you. So the first question is a BAC of 0.02% considered low? Is a BAC of 0.08% a modern amount to be considered drunk? And the third, where do you stand with the BAC of 0.15%? A BAC of 0.02 creates a lack of judgment, mood swings, an increase of body temperature, and you're unable to multitask, and a decrease in altered vision. A BAC of 0.08 creates a reduction of muscle coordination, a lack of judgment, short-term memory, and affects concentration. And then a BAC of 0.15 greatly affects driving performance, creates impaired vision, and there is no equilibrium whatsoever because you are in bad shape by then. Now that I answered the question of how does too much or too little alcohol consumption affect judgment, we will answer the question of how does driving under the influence increase over the holidays. Law offices of Justin R. Hem illustrate on the graph the number of car accidents involving people driving under the influence. They showcase 7 major holidays where DUIs are involved. So the title is Number of Car Accidents Involving People Driving Under the Influence. The blue stands for normal 3 days, which all have a percentage of 29.20%. The yellow orangey color stands for the holiday weekend, where there's different holidays, and the highest holiday with the highest driving under the influence percentage is 40.30%. The second highest is 4th of July with 38.50%. Then Easter with 37.40%, Labor Day with 36.30%, and then we go to the lower regions with 35.80% on New Year's, then 34.70% on Thanksgiving, and Christmas with 30.70%. Now that I just answered the question, how does driving under the influence increase over the holidays, let's answer the question on how driving under the influence can affect you. So, JD Criminal Defense Attorney claims several ways how driving under the influence can affect you. So future employers will reject you if they see that you have a DUI in your criminal history. Your license can get suspended. Financial aid may decline your eligibility if they see that a DUI is in your history. And you run the risk of serving life in prison if you were to kill somebody. Take action. Are you willing to partake in the We Save Lives organization to prevent drunk, drugged, or distracted driving? While joining the We Save Lives organization is too much to ask, how many of you are willing to sign an oath to be cautious and liable drivers? I solemnly swear and attest to my signature of carrying out the duty of being a responsible citizen to not drive under the influence for the safety of others. Thank you. That is all.